State? That? State? That ain't no state fish. That's a Lake Apopka fish. What's up, you guys, and good morning. We got this beautiful sunset right behind me, but it does nothing for this the picture quality, but it's still pretty. We are back at it. We're on Lake Apopka. I'm back in the same area, guys, and we're just gonna explore it. You find some fish, you gotta get on them. Let me see if I can. I've been wanting to get out here all week. Couldn't sleep. You know how it gets when you find some fish and you want to go out there and see. So it'll probably suck today, but a lot of fish, but they're not on anything, so that makes it hard. So we're gonna fish around and about. It's, I think, 10 to 20 or 15-20 mile an hour wind today. It's fall time of the year on Lake Apopka. Traditionally I'll be flipping, but we're not gonna do that today, I don't think. This don't pan out, I don't know. We're gonna hit some points and run around a little bit, but it's gonna work. I'm gonna make it work. So we'll see y'all in a little bit. Look at that, guys. Look at all this fish in there. Ah. There's some. There he is. Can you believe that shit, dude? Oh my gosh. Just like that, it's over. Party over. What do you break? Oh, my leader's gone. Well, that's not good. My knot broke. That is not good. What are y'all doing? Come on. There it is. Stay on. There he is. They're just slow. They're not aggressive. He barely tapped that thing. Come on, dude. Come on. Stay on, stay on, stay on. Stay on. That's a good one, guys. There we go, guys. That's what we came for. Look at that. Barely. He's just in the meat. Look at that. Let's go, guys. That's a 5-pounder. Take it. Slow, slow. Just gotta work it slow, bro. Just slow down. State? That? State? That's 5. Maybe high 4s. 4.9. Good one, dude. That's a good one, guys. Boom! Boom! State? Fit? State? That ain't no state fish. That's a Lake Apopka fish. Thanks, Becky. I got it on your rod. That reel's got a little more power. That's why it's stiffer. Slower action, but it's got more power. Man, it almost felt like it just came across something. And I was like, dude, we got to pop him. Stay on. Stay on. Stay on, stay on, stay on, stay on. Somebody's line down there, dude. I got my line. Probably. Look at that, guys. My leader from earlier. That's crazy. He swallowed it. We're gonna let him have it. The fish was literally swimming with my lure. I was like, what? That's a good one. That's a decent one, guys, but he's probably only about 2. I just pulled my leader. It wasn't in his mouth, so I don't know. That's kind of crazy. And its bite is so light. Oh wow, 2.8. He looks, don't look that big. Does not look that big, but I just caught a 4.9, so maybe that's why. That's a decent one, guys. Calm down, bro. Calm down, bro. Now I gotta retie. Look at that, guys. Isn't that crazy? The drop shot that I broke off earlier got wrapped in the line. Where's the rest of it? There's my worm. There's the hook. There's the sinker. Like, how does that happen, guys? How does that happen? That is insane. Like, I dragged it through there. So what did I break off on? Oh, wait a minute. This is I pulled this up. I just gave him my hook. What is this tied to? This is tied to this. Go. Oh my goodness, guys. Look at this. This is my line. I just cut that hook out. That was the hook from my old rig. And it got wrapped in here. I didn't even catch that fish. I just snagged my old rig with him on it. That, can you believe that, guys? So I snagged my rig. That's why I was like, I didn't even really feel a bite. He's just like swimming. And I said it, I had his rig hung in my rig. My old rig where I broke off with him. So there was a fish. I broke off on him. It broke right at the knot. Wow, my braid knot. Because there's my knot from I snagged the fish, dragging my broke off rig off. That is insane. Wow. Well, that explains why it felt so weird. He's like, dude, it's like he's swimming. Wow. Where's he at? Oh, well. As soon as I started shaking it, jacked it. That's a little one. That's a little skinny one. But move back a little bit more, a little bit more. I don't want any of this barb exposed. 2 on Becky's rod. She's gonna be jealous. No. What the? Oh, there's one of my lines. Let's get that out of here. I'm hanging on my old stuff. Or somebody's old stuff. That's a lot of line out there. I don't think that's me. Who knows? Picking up all my old crap. And that's some shit. There he is. Get on out of there, you little though. Well, he's okay. Just a 2-pounder. He hit it like a regular bass. Actually, he hit it not in the brush. Okay, yeah, 1.7. Thanks, bud. He hit it away from brush. It'd be nice to catch him doing that. There he is. Stay on. There he is. Get out of there, dude. Ah. Jeez. It was bigger than that. Oh, it's still good. Get in here. Get in here. Oh, wow. Hook pulled out right here. Look at that, guys. Boom. Stay. This. Hit the road, dude. That's a good one, dude. Ooh. 3-4. Boom. State. This state hit the road, dude. Ooh, that's a chunker, bro. That is a chunker. There he is. Little. I mean, he ain't super little, but it's always nice to get a bite, though. I was hoping for a big one. Ooh. Man, he thumped it though. Oh wait, he thumped it. What was that? Something black flew out. And then there's something black. Oh, a piece of wood. They will hit the old Texas rig. It's good to know. Oh, there's a good one. Stay on. Where's he at? There he is. Is that a bass? Yep. Here we go. There we go. Bam. That's kind of a shocker, but sometimes you gotta get to getting, right? Back camera's off again. I gotta get some more. I gotta figure something out with that, guys. Got too much crap on there, I guess. It's probably a 2.5. 2.9. Why do they look so small? Those other ones looked bigger. 2.9. What a crazy day, guys, but extremely fun day. It's always fun to kind of get out there and be successful on a rig that you don't use a lot of. And I do not use a drop shot a lot. And I talked a lot about how I rigged that on my last video when I was out on the water. But your drop shot, weight at the bottom, your worm is up top, and I use a 2/0 hook primarily, unless I'm using a bigger bait. And straight shank, this actually is a offset shank worm hook. You can see that, but I was using that true turn hook. But wanted to just talk to you guys a little bit more about the setup. Very economical setup I'm using here. I got a 30 series reel or 3000. This is a quantum throttle. Bass Pro Shop Bionic Blade 7.3 medium heavy rod. It's $80 to $90, so very economical. I think it's 90 and you can get it for 80 or maybe a little less around the specials when they have the sales on them. But I use that heavier rod because we're in Florida, and specifically in this application, because it's not a finesse situation, still power fishing. We're using the drop shot more as the presentation, not because we have clear water, we have finicky fish, just to get that bait in the brush and keep it isolated and up off the bottom. But using 20-pound braid, I think this is Berkeley Fusion, and a 17-pound fluorocarbon leader, and this is Seagar Red Label. And I use this for Nico rig, Ned rig, wacky rigging, skipping docks. I mean, we're in Florida. I'm always tend to be around grass. You've got to have power. I'm barely ever open water, hard bottom, trying to finesse. It's still a big fish, power fishing technique. Now, the rod I typically, and this is a medium heavy, same Bass Pro Shop Bionic blade, but it's a 7-foot. This is the one I throw my minnow on. But I have 15-pound braid, and I'm usually using a 10, sometimes a 15, but 10. I throw my minnow. I usually throw my drop shot on this with 10, but it's because I'm trying to get that finesse situation, light line that's a funky bite. That's not what we had there, but these rods do good. I'll probably end up trying a medium in some of these just to see. But like I said, we're in Florida. We got to have power to get these fish in. It does fine with these. Now, if I had a lighter weight, probably would not do as well, like an eighth, 16th. I could probably do an eighth. I got some. I hadn't thrown them on it. But decent rod for your money, low end. It's got this power hump that helps sometimes and not as much the other time. But a lot of times I'm up here ahead of it. But it does feel good here if you're reeling, not so much if you're Texas rigging. But a lot of it has to do with the weight of your reel here. And this is a Lew's Christie. It's a little higher speed spinning reel. Guys, that was crazy how I caught that one fish. And I think I explained it pretty good. That fish broke me off early in the day, and I hung in the brush. It broke off right above the braid knot. So I'm in there. I feel something, and he's swimming up with it. What I did is he was hung in there. I snagged my bullet weight or my weight on that rig with my weight of my rig. And then when I pulled him in, so when I cut the hook out and that's laying, I pick up my rod and I've got all my setup. It was what was left in there. So that was pretty dope. That was awesome. That's a first for sure. Pretty cool and nice to get that stuff out of there. But awesome day overall, fun day. Started out kind of crazy, stubbed my toe, my bare feet wading in the water at the ramp. If you guys know, you know, and you've been there, been at that dock, and was bleeding everything, threw a Band-Aid on it and got to going. But fun day. I did catch 2 on a Texas rig. It got so windy, I just felt like I could get in there a little bit better. And I broke off, and I didn't really want to retie another one with that wind and everything. So I got some on that and then picked up one on a chatterbait. So fun day, awesome day, good time out there. Thanks for watching, guys. As always, I appreciate it. Hit that like and that subscribe, and we will see you next time on BMass Fishing. We out. One more thing. I had some fun with the whole TikTok thing. If you're not familiar, that there was a thing that went viral on TikTok. Crew tractor. This ain't state property. Check it out if you didn't know what that was.